Hello. Hi, Sophia. How are things at the office? Hi, look. How are you? Can you please stop and pick up the chart paper for the computer printer? What did you say? Can you repeat that, please? Did you say to the pick up in for the printer? Sorry, the phone is cutting out. Can you hear me now? No, I need for computer paper. Listen, I think you exactly that I need. Time look. Talk to you later. Time superior. Sorry, my phone has really bad reception here. She knew no one in Vietnam and was sitting by herself. Who did no one in Vietnam? She knew no one in Vietnam and was sitting by herself. Uh, did Dương know no one in Vietnam? No, Dương didn't. She know one in Vietnam and was sitting by herself. Did she know no one in Vietnam and was sitting by herself? Yes, I did. She knew no one in Vietnam and she sitting by herself. Did her family know no one in Vietnam? No, her family didn't. She knew no one in Vietnam and was sitting by herself. What did she do? What did she do? No one in Vietnam and was sitting by herself. She knew no one in Vietnam and was sitting by herself. Did the know no one in Vietnam and was sitting by herself? Yes, she did. She knew no one in Vietnam and was sitting by herself. She did she read a book on no one in Vietnam and was sitting by herself? No, she didn't. She knew no one in Vietnam and was sitting by herself. Did the driver drive in no one in Vietnam and was sitting by herself? No, she didn't. She knew no one in Vietnam and was sitting by herself. Who did she know in Vietnam? She knew no one in Vietnam and was sitting by herself. Did she know no one in Vietnam? Yes, I did. She knew no one in Vietnam and was sitting by herself. Did she know Hương in Vietnam? No, she didn't. She knew no one in Vietnam and was sitting by herself. Where did she know on one? She knew on one in Vietnam and was sitting by herself. Did she know on one in London and was sitting by herself? No, didn't. She knew no one in Vietnam and was sitting by herself. Did she know on one in Vietnam and was sitting by herself? Yes, I did. She knew no one in Vietnam and was sitting by herself. She knew no one in Vietnam. What was she doing by herself? She knew no one in Vietnam and was sitting by herself. Was she sitting by herself? She knew no one in Vietnam. Yes, she was. Who was she sitting by with? She knew no one in Vietnam and was sitting by herself. Was she sitting by herself? Yes. She knew no one in Vietnam and was sitting by herself. Was she sitting by boyfriend? No, she wasn't. She knew no one in Vietnam and was sitting by herself. He began a conversation with Amy. Who did begin a conversation with Amy? She began a conversation with Amy. Did he begin a conversation with Amy? Yes, he did. He began a conversation with Amy. Did he begin in conversation with Amy? No, she didn't. He began a conversation with Amy. What did she do? What did she do with Amy? He began a conversation with Amy. Did he begin a conversation with Amy? Yes, she did. He began a conversation with Amy. Did she eat breakfast with Amy? No, she didn't. He began a conversation with Amy. Who did he begin a conversation with? Her began a conversation with Amy. Did he begin a conversation with Amy? Yes, I did. He began a conversation with Amy. With her, did her begin a conversation with her? No, he didn't. He began a conversation with Amy.